So it looks like we're going to see Ilia Topuria in the main event of UFC 317 on June 28th for International Fight Week at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, according to MMA Orbit and Topuria himself, who tweeted out yesterday that he had just gotten into camp. And so now we all want the question answered, who is Ilia in camp for? Who's he going to fight? We know that it's not at featherweight because he just vacated the title and Volk just beat Diego Lopez for it. But as of today, according to ABC Sports reporter Alvaro Colmenero, there will not be an interim lightweight belt. It'll either be for the undisputed lightweight title or it'll be for the vacant lightweight title, which would mean that Ilia Topuria will either be fighting Islam Makhachev for the undisputed title or he'll be fighting Charles Du Bronx Oliveira for the vacant lightweight title, which would mean that Islam will be moving up to welterweight to fight the winner of JDM versus Belal Muhammad. Or would Islam only go up to welterweight if JDM won? Or have Islam and Belal all of a sudden agreed it's okay for them to fight despite them sharing the same faith and being training partners? I'm not really sure. I saw someone say that it could be Arman Sarukian versus Ilia for the vacant lightweight title. But with Dana saying that he'll have to work his way up the ladder after pulling out against Islam in the main event of UFC 311 in January earlier this year, that just doesn't seem too likely in my opinion. You know, I definitely prefer Topuria versus Makhachev just because to me that seems like a super competitive fight. And I find myself going back and forth between who I think would win that fight constantly. And to me, that means that it's a great main event. And, you know, on the other hand with Charles, don't get me wrong, he could beat Ilia. But I still think that Makhachev probably has a stronger chance and it'd likely be way more competitive. I also just don't want to see Charles get knocked out. You know, he's one of my favorite fighters of all time. So comment down below, please. Let me know who you think Ilia Topuria is going to face. Will it be Charles for the vacant title, or will it be Islam for the undisputed title? Also, maybe it'll be Caio Borralho versus Khamzat Chimaev for the interim middleweight championship as the co-main event. You know, we saw Khamzat complaining about Dricus dropping out of their fight and them going back and forth on Twitter, as you guys can see. But considering the rumors we've heard about Dricus being injured, which totally seem to be true, and apparently it's a fairly serious injury, Borralho said that he heard a rumor that Dricus might have fractured his shin bone. Hopefully it's nothing nearly as bad as we saw with Anderson Silva and Chris Weidman, honestly. But if it is genuinely something that serious, I can't see him fighting until maybe December at the absolute earliest. But it's likely it'll be sometime in 2026. That's just a guess for me, but the injury sounds pretty serious. Thanks for watching, boys. I'll catch you in the next one. Comment down below. Let me know who is Topuria going to fight and how's it going to go. Later.